you may want to compete, but it's also maybe it's a reality check for Chicharito saying, "Yo, like a lo mejor ya es tu tiempo."
A huevo, mi César.
A wiwis, como dicen por ahí.
A huevis dicen por la agüita afuera, ¿no?
Sí, está lloviendo machino.
A lot, bro. You like the rain?
Yeah, I fuck with the rain. I think, like, if it's a continuous week, I'm chilling. Pero ya después, after the week, I'm like, hey, un tal solecito, pues.
Pues aquí no llueve más de 2-3 días, right? This is a winter storm happening right now.
Yeah.
Y son un día completo right now, and then it's supposedly by midday tomorrow, it's over.
Yeah, but I think maybe last year we had where it was, like, constant pouring.
For like a week, yeah.
Pero over a month, there was, like, a week on, y luego se calmaba, y luego 2 weeks later, otra vez otra week. So, yeah, I mean, we need it.
We need in Califas.
The rain.
LA, thankfully, is getting it. They're the ones that need it, but yeah, right now, the Bay Area is looking nice and green.
Se pone bonito los hills, ¿verdad?
Se va a poner bien bonito. Right now, right here, we have a little rio. There's a river bed, we call it, because there's no actual river. Because there's no water year round, right? But right now, it's completely, it's like, parece pinche agua de tobogán, güey. No mames, güey. It's hella full. And then it goes out this way. And right here in the little lot, they're making like a hole for like, I don't know, like water conservation or something. No manches, da una albercota.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, se antoja pa un bicho.
Para salir con tu pinche swimsuit.
Yeah, con a little floaty. Ahí
una chelita.
No, but it's hella water right here. The whole Bay Area anda bien mojadito right
Yeah, in the morning, like, we have the TV on with the news. Morgan Hill was getting a lot. It was like 2 inches and some change. And, like, going up north, it was un poquito menos. Pero Morgan Hill was one of the places que was going to pour.
Sí, dicen que 2 inches is a lot, ¿no? So.
Yo no sé si te dicen a ti, pero a mí no me han dicho such thing.
All right, folks, welcome back to episode 138 of Goal Sided. A super jam-packed agenda today. Like usual, USL breaking the internet with some news. We'll go over that to kick it off in a second. We had Champions League round of 16s starting. Our boy Santi played. We'll talk about that. Premier League, La Liga over the weekend, Liga MX. We had even CONCACAF Champions Cup, whatever the hell that is. But we got the Quakes gear because keep an eye out. We're going to have some bonus content. Bit of a preview on the Quakes season ahead that starts already next weekend.
Yeah, Bruce Arena be cooking. We'll be talking about that for
Is he, though? Is he, though?
Hey, tune in.
Are they, though? Tune in. But let's get rolling then. Let's kick it on off with the top news. The USL announced their intention to start a new league at the same tier as MLS. Ultimately, they're saying that they are going to make a Division I soccer league in the U.S., citing that soccer needs to be bigger in the U.S., bigger than just 30 to 32 markets is what they're saying. That it's very much possible. Que hay amor para compartir. Y dinero.
También.
That's the biggest thing.
They want a big slice of the pie with the World Cup coming. Dicen, hey, nos vamos a agarrar de aquí machín y falta some things, no? Falta que U.S. soccer approves them to become first tier. But I think that WPSL on the women's side and the women's first tier, like the Bay FC.
Yeah.
What is that league?
The one here is NWSL.
NWSL and WPSL.
Is it WPSL or is it W Super League? That's what it is, right?
No, that's USL's version.
Yeah, and the one is WPSL.
Women's Pro Soccer League.
That's
otra.
That's not.
No, that's like a completely. That was the original. That one's like saying NASL. You know what the Cosmos?
WPSL is.
It's like saying
NASL.
And
what team is there?
Like California Storm is a big one.
Oh, yeah. So where do we see them at the coaches academy? At the coaches conference we saw California Storm.
Yeah. So they were the original ones that had like the tier 1, like the Division 1 status.
Yeah.
Y lo empezaron con NWSL and they also got that status.
They got the status.
So-
Now they're the bigger league.
Correct.
Right?
So
They're
now
like
I'm
pro.
assuming like USL's like, yo, why did the women's get it? Can we get Division 1 status with this new Super League también?
Mm-hmm.
Along with everything else, investments y toda la cosa. Porque it would be awesome if they did that.
So the women's Super League, that's the USL's version of
Mm-hmm.
NWSL, that just got approved recently, right?
That, yeah.
So they are now first division status, and they're growing the league in
Correct.
teams. They have like a small one division right now. But I'm assuming that's what they're trying to cook here with this, some form of USL. And the naming already fits perfect because the USL that we know right now at the top division is called the Championship.
Like that.
And then the one beneath it is League One.
Yeah.
So these fools knew exactly what they were doing. Now, League One's about to be third tier, Championship's about to be second,
Yeah.
just like the Prem.
And they have the USL 2 as well, which would be like the fourth tier.
The big question that everyone's asking is, does this mean that promotion and relegation is coming to United States soccer?
I really hope it does.
Because imagine, bro, should we start a goal-sided team and start desde abajo, desde ahorita? Vámonos.
Pinche Rancho San Justo.
Ahí los vemos allá arriba, cabrones. Agárrense.
Agárrate, pinche San Jose.
Les van a faltar manos, cabrones, para pelárnosla. No, I mean, that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I saw on the CBS Sports Golazo broadcast, Nico Cantor, I think, owns part ownership or something on one of the lower division USL teams, and he was super excited.
Yeah, he was saying like not even because I'm an owner, but because I'm a soccer fan.
Yeah, which is crazy because, I mean, it is true. 30 teams, 30 markets in the U.S. is nothing compared to the amount of cities that there are here, like the amount of money that can be invested into these teams and that can be generated profit-wise and for the economy of whatever area that is. Like, I mean, if Sacramento, if they can't get that team into MLS, get it first tier status, and guess what? You might even be better than the Earthquakes if you get the right funding and everything, right?
Yeah, which was crazy that they never got accepted into the MLS, right? Because Sacramento just got the Oakland A's, right?
Mm-hmm.
They just moved there, so
they're becoming like a pretty good sports market.
yeah, they have a really good baseball like team, and then they have who else? They have the Kings, Sacramento Kings.
Yeah, Sacramento.
It's like
they're supporting them pretty good.
Yeah, maybe it's not like it's a pretty big city. So cities like that, cities like Fresno in our area, LA, San Diego.
Pero imagínate, Vegas is not Division 1 anywhere. They're not a first division in anything yet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure a bunch of Texas cities, like
San Antonio.
San Antonio doesn't have one yet, and it's a border town, right? Like, I feel like there's a whole bunch of possibilities with this. A bunch of cities in Florida would probably cook. Yeah. The South has like no professional teams right now other than Atlanta. I think this could be great things. And maybe, I don't know, goal-sided team. Ahí vamos. But the USL president did say what I don't think of it as a threat to the MLS. I think we're just going to go and do our business. USL president, chief soccer officer, Paul McDonough.
Yeah. And like,
Full wants money. También que no se haga.
And like, even as a fan, like us being so close to Monterey Bay FC or close to the Monterey area, like they represent, in a sense, they represent us more than somebody like the Earthquakes. Like, no hate against them. There are MLS teams, lo que quieras. Pero, I mean, we grew up going to Salinas and being at the los files de strawberries. And seen todo eso, like going to Monterey Bay Aquarium, like that is more representative than of us, you know. So I feel like a lot of people will identify in that way.
Yeah.
And with Pro and Rel, it's gonna become like England, bro. It's gonna become cualquier juego que it's gonna matter.
If they bring it, imagínate las mamadas when they get everyone all hyped up and then they're like, hey, you in the second division, you will never be in first division, right? Because they might even set the boundaries like, no, you gotta have a 35K stadium. You got to have billionaire investor backing you. I don't know.
Pico Rivera just got an expansion team.
I saw that. Let's go. That's pretty saying, for the Latino community. It's pretty dope that they're bringing teams to like heavy Latino communities. They're the ones that are playing, right? They're the ones that are watching también.
Yeah, there's a lot of stadiums, bro. Like baseball, football, American football. Like there's the stadiums. I don't think will be a big issue, but it's more like do you have enough fans to go to it?
Yeah, that's where
And
that's where I think it might be tough for Monterrey to get Division One status if they have certain criteria to meet. Just because it is a smaller area, the stadium is smaller. It's a college stadium right now, and not like one of the huge college stadiums. Pero le damos con todo. If I got to go buy season tickets, vámonos. They're no tan caros there. Yo, Monterrey is doing an offer if they miss playoffs that they give you some. I don't want to get in trouble, but te dan algo. I think they might give you certain money back if they don't look up the deal.
Have you been to a Monterrey FC game? It's a different vibe, bro.
This season, ya quedamos. Pero no quiero chill, quiero pinche.
No, hay mucha gente de Salinas que va, que es parte de la porra. And then hacen bengalas y todo, azules. Bro, I'm telling you, it gets cool, bro.
Let's go. And we're going this season. We got to go to one, at least. A bunch of them. All right, folks, so let's get into the matches of the week. We got Champions League that just happened ayer y antier. The biggest matchup that everyone was excited about, Real Madrid versus Manchester City.
Yeah, that was a game, bro.
Manchester City was up 2-1.
2-0, no?
2-0, and then Real Madrid made the complete comeback. Everyone hating on Pep Guardiola. Did you make those subs too early, bringing in Kovacic and Mateus Nunes, I think?
No, yeah, and Rico Lewis came in.
And Rico Lewis. So taking a whole bunch of hate for that. And then in the 86th and the 92nd, in Real Madrid time. That's what it is. Así de tarde, no? They scored their 2 goals. Brahim Diaz, la ley del ex.
That's así.
You know what's crazy? He scored that goal and then lasted su caminada, which is más mamoncito than anything. I would have been more upset. Just celebrate it. He walks and he goes, ay. And then Bellingham scores off of his no, it was Vinny that tried to shoot it in, right? But Brahim Diaz is right next to him.
Yeah.
And he's celebrating like crazy. Damn. El gol de Bellingham.
Let's go.
And I'm like, bro, entonces, ¿qué tanta humildad?
Sí, le hubieras dado con todo y cabrones no me quisieron.
For real.
But yeah, I mean, when I was watching the game, llegaron esos subs, like, I was like, bro, like, what in the hell are you doing? Yeah. Like, con una pinche ansiedad, me imagino a Pep doing these subs, saying, ooh, now I got to do this. Now I got to control the game this way. Now we're going to play así. Overthinking it, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
Solo para que Real Madrid do. Ancelotti's just like, yo, you know what, guys? Let you guys cook.
Yeah. There was a video of Ancelotti, like, around the 80th minute with his raised eyebrow. You know?
Okay.
People are saying it's a meme, right? The moment that he raises the eyebrow, game over, baby. He ya le halló lo que he needs to do, el movimiento así.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was cooking that. Vinny was cooking.
Vinny had a baller game y estaba haciendo pedazos a la Kanji. Pobrecito.
Rodrigo was having a good game. That's his name, right?
Yeah, Rodrigo, yeah.
Yeah, Rodrigo was having a good. Bellingham didn't have a good game up until that last goal, pero game has 90 minutes, so he ran for that goal.
Siempre está ahí. I mean, if we're talking about things that Pep, I don't really love, I don't see why he started with Grealish, who ended up coming off injured anyways. And he left Foden on the bench. And I'm like, dude, this is una final adelantada. Come on. Like, this is probably the toughest opponent you're going to get for like 2 more rounds, right? Next round, you'll probably get hopefully somebody not as hard, but like I would have thought he would have gone out con todo and all, and I think Grealish instead of Foden there kind of como que no me gustó. I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Pero salió lastimado todo modos.
I mean, Savinho didn't have a great game either. Como que le pesó jugar contra Real Madrid.
Champions too.
So yeah, I mean, Pep can't catch a break. He's doing too many things trying to control the game. Y ahora he has to go to el Santiago Bernabéu y hacer un milagro, yo digo.
But sometimes the players that are there, como que les hace falta algo, bro. Like in this match, two goals to Haaland, and the rest of the team completely like shut out. And it's just like, my guy también, Kevin De Bruyne, at a certain point, you got to get back to your level. And even when you were at your level, you were criticized that in the biggest of moments, te achicabas o te lastimabas, right? So in this match with Haaland putting the 2 goals away, something we haven't seen in Premier League for a good while this season, he needed somebody else to come in and help. Savinho's been that superhero the past like 5 weeks, but somebody else needed to be there. Y pues no pudieron.
Yeah, I mean, es un jugador de área, no te las va a crear. And like you said, um, Guevardio was the one that made that beautiful play to
He
set him
always,
up.
yeah, the beautiful little chest trap back
Yeah.
right. But if you see that dude is
Hustle.
really involved in helping out and hustling,
Yes.
right? But on the other side of Kanji, como que ya dio lo que tuvo que dar en City, and he's nomás no.
Y como que a mí se me imaginan que como que tienen miedo de hacer algo que no es, o como que seem frustrated and flustered.
When they were balling out, these guys like him and Ake, I think them two specifically by name, when they were balling out, they looked like the freaking best center backs in the world. And then I would see them go to Switzerland and to Netherlands, respectively. Yeah, and I was like, they need City,
Yeah.
right? But right now, the one that's balling out, Guardiola is scoring every other game, assisting here.
Yeah.
Bro, your left back your left back who is a center back is the one that's helping you out. Like, come on.
Like not even Bernardo Silva, not even Kevin De Bruyne, like you said. Gundogan trying to pinche con su bastón todavía echándole gas, pero I mean,
Ese güey lo madrearon en el Barcelona, güey.
City
They ruined Gundogan.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, him leaving in general just ruined. Doesn't matter where he went. Him coming back as well. ¿Pa qué vienes ya? Está dura la cosa.
I mean, he was still the captain at Germany. So, I mean, ¿qué más? He's only 34.
Only 34.
Only.
Con City, güey, no manches.
No, for real. But
so, yeah, City need a whole revamp of that center midfielder, need more creative players, somebody to replace Kevin De Bruyne. Porque Grealish tries, pero no te hace o sale either drunk or pinche injured.
No, yeah, an attacking central player would have been cool. I think that's what they were trying to get out of that Oscar Bob guy. Remember, he was kind of cooking towards the end of last season. Y lo quebraron el güey la pata.
Yeah, so a ver qué hace pinche Pep.
Yeah, but I mean, lo de siempre, Bellingham there when Bellingham needs to be there, cuando se necesita, güey.
Es de lo que estamos hablando. Like, you need hustlers. Hustlers for Champions League is what you need. Si no tienes ese güey que va a estar corriendo por todo el balón y pidiéndola, no vas a hacer nada.
And no matter how bad of a game he was having, no matter how little involvement or not on the score sheet just quite yet, and the 92nd minute, ahí va a estar el güey. And it goes along the same meme, the whole like, do you remember the Guardiola's tactics, and he was like doing the math, and then it's like Ancelotti with friendship. Remember that? That was the same thing here, bro. They're just con ganas. Hey, coach, at the half, what do you want us to do, coach? We're down 1-0, right? No, pues échale ganas.
Yeah. Y miras a alguien como Valverde playing right back, echándole madrazos a donde quiera, going up and down the field. Ancelotti coming out and saying, I can play in center back if I wanted to, because he just has that dog in him.
Yeah. That's what he was. I remember him saying about like how they would have always 4 mids, which was so weird at the time, that he had the Modric and Valverde and a Camavinga and a Chouameni and otro en la media y otro en la media. And he's like, I mean, they're my mids, and I have everyone else is injured, so I put in a bunch of mids, and then I work like that, right? So this fool just can do no wrong.
Yeah, it's like dumbs it down, ¿verdad? Compared to el otro compita que
I think one of the
control everything.
I think in a book I was reading, the biggest thing was like, let them play how they know how to play.
Yeah.
And if he's like, Valverde, play out wide for me, man, but you know what to do.
Yeah. Te doy la confianza de que
tú ahí hazle. Bellingham, don't even worry, you'll get one later. That's how it is. But yeah, Real Madrid is on Real Madrid time, and now they go back to Madrid with that advantage. So it's going to be tough for City. A lot of pundits saying Jamie Carragher's like, I don't see them coming back.
City? Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Madrid, it's going to be hostile. It's going to be intense. This Madrid in a good moment.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right, the next match we want to talk about, Juventus versus PSV. Basically a battle of the American teams, because everyone's got Americans. Timothy Weah, right back. Weston McKennie, sepa la madre por donde, all over the pitch.
Yeah, le echa ganas también.
Richie Ledesma on PSV. Ricardo Pepi's out for the season now, though.
Jeez, ¿qué le pasó a ese güey?
Pulled hamstring, I think. Like a torn hamstring.
Hammies and groins are like the worst to have, bro.
Kai Havertz is out now because of a hamstring. for the whole season. Not to make it Arsenal when they didn't even play
dead.
over the weekend. That shit hurt.
Yeah, it's look at the deal. Like these.
And that's what they get. That's what Arsenal gets for not signing a striker.
Okay, we'll talk about them in a bit.
No, we're not going to talk about them. They didn't play.
Oh, yeah, they didn't play.
There's no Premier League over the weekend. No, but that's just top news, folks. Ahí está. Cómensela.
Todo salado el compita aquí.
Yeah, knee injury, Pepe, out for the season.
Yeah.
Pobrecita. Probably going to miss, Nations League now.
Fuck, yeah. Any friendlies that U.S. men's national team have for him to be in that roster?
For next year, knee injury right now is deadly for next year. Now they're gonna have to play with freaking Josh Sargent or somebody up top. God damn, that's your boy, huh? You like him? But yeah, Juventus, they went up 1-0 with a Weston McKennie banger.
Un pinche golazo, bro.
Un riflazo.
Bonita, güey, de las que salen sabrosas.
Bote pronto, outside of the foot, así nomás.
Pinche, yeah, un riflazo derecho, slightly rising. It's like one of those that, bro, you dream of.
Nobody in the way.
No, and even if somebody was in the way, bro, you'd either get knocked out or no sé, güey, pero get out of the way.
Son las de que se vale sobar, ¿no?
Sí.
Pero,
I just wanted to. So after that goal, Juventus pretty much controlled the game, but in the second half, Perisic, el good old Croatian que tiene 10 vidas, which I didn't even know he was in PSV. But
yeah, I didn't know either.
The quality's still there, man. He gets a nice cross y con un toque se la cambia de la derecha hacia la izquierda y da un riflazo down low. But that first touch, if you guys see it, that was freaking exquisite. It was a great touch. Reminded me of that Santi Jimenez touch against Bayern, where it's perfect. Your first touch is so perfect that you can't miss at that level. So,
and then El Homeboy Mbangula came off the bench for Juventus and scored the game winner in the 82nd. Your boy Timothy Weah playing solid at right back, no?
Yeah, that game he was flying up and down the field. He's usually a right winger,
right winger, like really high up the pitch,
and with the U.S. men's national team as well. But I don't know how long he's been playing for Juventus as a right wing back, pero trae 6 pulmones going up and down the field, massive tumba cualquiera.
Está macizo, güey.
Está macizo. So yeah, it was really cool to see him, and it's just the comparisons between the U.S. men's national team players, the Mexican players in all different positions. I mean, the U.S. is just miles ahead.
Just physicality-wise or talent, this is?
Just the amount of players they have in these teams.
They have so many. They have so
many
right now.
Richie Ledesma, we talked about. They have many.
Right now, I think Mexico has 2 total players that are in Champions League left. Yeah. Santi and ¿qué más queda? Was it Richie Ledesma? No, there's one more player somewhere, but pues ahí quedó. And then the U.S. men's national team has all these players. But let's move it on to the one Mexican player that we do have in Champions League there. Santi and his new team Milan against his old team Feyenoord. And they put up a stinker. No metieron nada, güey.
No los dejaron hacer nada. I was doing a delivery, watching it on the phone. Y dije, no, I watched a lot of that first half, most of the second half. And that first half, AC Milan could just not breathe. They were just on top of them constantly.
No, yeah, this Feyenoord knows how to play, especially at home. I feel like it was tough to play there.
Yeah, I mean, but the interesting thing is they just let go of their head coach.
Yeah,
just a couple of days ago.
This was the first match of the coach.
The interim coach.
Pascal Boschart.
Yeah, y los traía con unas ganas.
They probably needed that little change. Equipo con nuevo técnico no pierde.
Dicen.
So, yeah, they balled out. They got the homeboy Ueda in for Santi Jimenez.
Yeah.
They're probably going at it entre los dos. But Paixão, Santi Jimenez's old homeboy, is the one that put the goal away to give them the win.
That was so good, bro. He's so good. He's probably the next one to leave Feyenoord.
Probably. I mean, they're already getting a bunch of money for everybody. Yeah. But the next match in Milan, in my opinion, I think they'll get the best of Feyenoord. And hopefully with the Santi goal.
Hopefully. Yeah, because AC Milan no hizo nada. Pulisic no hizo nada. Santi no hizo nada.
I'm surprised they gave.
Just was terrible.
I'm surprised Santi played 82 minutes, especially with Tammy Abraham scoring 2 over the weekend in Santi's first game last week. I'm surprised they didn't give him like 45 or 60-30 to get Tammy Abraham in there because he's a little hot right now, but they only give him 8 minutes y pues no puedo hacer nada.
Pues you have to put in your 35 million investment in.
Pues sí, Zlatan was like, hey, put him in.
Me lo metes, eh?
I know he's good. I could tell. No, but I mean, that was the gist of it, folks. That was the first leg. And then we get the next one next week, no? El de vuelta.
Yeah, your Arsenal plays.
No, they don't.
Oh, they don't.
They're top 8, baby. Took me sideways because Newcastle not even.
Oh, it's because they do a redraw, that. Or they.
Yeah. So right now it's 9 through 24 playing each other, and then después they squeeze in with the top 8. All right. Just a couple of shout outs in some of the other European leagues that are going on. Conference League, you got your boy Anthony.
Ay, my boy.
Oh, no, es tu boy or what? ¿Traes pedo con él or what?
No.
Yo le digo.
Andamos ahorita mirando a ver cómo le hace el juego ahí en España.
No, for real. 3 matches total. The first match no hizo nada. No metió gol. But then in the last 2 back-to-back goals.
Yeah.
Y bonitos los goles.
Bonito. Se le nota que como que tiene calidad.
What I know. Who would have thought, no? These are the goals that I remember at Ajax, though. Before he went over to Manchester United and whatever DNA is going on there, whatever fucking airborne virus is going on that gives everyone the shits. But no, he's been balling out. And he's been getting good like football ratings, good involvements. So le fue bien irse. And La Liga sometimes is that change of pace for players that don't do well in other leagues. So
yeah, and maybe sometimes the playing style fits you better.
Betis is nice, elegant footy también. See, like with shitty players in United and just making it.
They got Isco playing, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Midfielders.
Still got Becherin or what?
No, ese ya.
Ya se fue.
Ya va a ser técnico, creo.
No, I would see him being a modelo.
True.
No, but they went against Gent. Who else did they got? They got Giovanni Lo Celso.
Oh shit, Argentina.
El argentino. They got Marc Roca, el español. They got Ezal Zuli was from Barca. The Moroccan dude. The Moroccan dude. No, they got a good team, and this is exactly what they needed over at Betis so that they can keep it moving, especially in league, because in league they're 11th place, so they're trying to move their way up. One more call out in Europa League, and the Anselmi boys, the new Anselmi boys over at Porto, they got a tie. But outside of the field, Anselmi only has 1 win since moving.
¿De cuántos juegos?
I think 5. With this one, he beat Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Okay.
In this Europa that they're in, Europa League. And then in league, he's tied 2 against pretty low, 1 against a low team, and then 1 against I think against Benfica or Sporting, one of the other top teams. But he was called out by Oscar Ruggeri, who is ex-America player, ex-Chivas coach, ex-America coach, ex-Boca legend, ex-River legend, really well-known coach, even more well-known pundit. Because it's medio mamoncito, like medio like hard ass on ESPN Argentina. But he called them out because there's an interview of Anselmi going viral where he talks about the stats. He's like, hey, pues we had a good expected goals. And then his touches per half were great.
Yeah, I seen that.
And he did 2 touches before we got here, and we told him, hey, you got to get closer to 7 touches. Yeah. And then the opponent's expected goals is like 1 point something, which is great. Ours is like 2.7. So we're cooking. And then this guy, they showed it with him side to side, and he's like, no le halló nada las estadísticas, güey. He's like, boludo, ¿qué decís?
Yeah.
He was baffled. He's like, what is this? Bro, look at the players and tell me if they're good. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this voodoo magic. No, it's
He's like, back in my day, we just put the ball in the back of the net.
Es de otra edad.
Yeah.
El Ruggeri. He was well known as a player as like corta árboles, way, you know, everybody. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. This fool was like, nah, bro, these kids these days, they don't know footy.
Yeah, I mean, te digo, it's just that Pep mentality. Puras estadísticas.
And Anselmi never played soccer.
Yeah.
He even joked around right when he got to Porto about how he can only do so much, and like his is all in the tactics and stuff. He's like, I can't kick a ball anywhere near what they can do. So how am I gonna look them and be like, no, kick it like this? And I don't even know that. And I was like, damn,
that's wild.
That's pretty crazy.
There, yeah.
Football manager vibes. All right, folks, let's bring it to the Premier League, because we did have Premier League. We had one match that went crazy. We had Liverpool versus Everton.
The Merseyside Derby.
In the Merseyside Derby. Drama. A fun fact on this side, this is the 120th and the last one at Goodison Park, because they're about to open their new stadium. And both sides have won. Both sides have won the Merseyside Derby in Goodison Park exactly 41 times, and this draw did not settle that. The draw made it dead even at the end of it. 41-41.
Go.
That's crazy.
You love that.
That's crazy. I mean, que así quede, ¿no? La historia.
Así va a quedar.
Que así quede.
Vámonos,
now start the zero at the new stadium. Vámonos. I haven't seen the new stadium. I hope it's beautiful.
I haven't either, but I hope they don't demolish the Merseyside and we can go to it one day, because
be beautiful.
Pura pinche historia ahí.
You see, good old Goodison Park. But this match had a whole bunch of drama. We got one red card each way, and then a 98th minute goal to tie it up by Tarkowski.
Let's go. I had him in FPL when I seen that coming.
Oh, really?
Like, show.
Against Liverpool? Are you crazy?
I don't have any Liverpool defenders. For the clean sheet.
But you still put him on.
Tarkowski has been doing decently.
He's a good defender. And sometimes Everton will park the bus.
Yeah.
And they're good, but they don't have Sean Dyche anymore. Now they got.
Oh, they don't.
They got the West Ham, David Moyes.
Oh, poquito mejor, you know.
That is an upgrade.
Sí.
As far as like heritage wise, and he's been cooking a little bit. Gets them a tie in the Derby. So good on their books. But yeah, they get a last minute tying goal, and everyone upset about the ref.
¿Por qué?
Por la mano, no? There was like right before, I think there was a controversial handball, I think, that didn't get called. But they sounded a little Arsenal after the match.
Damn.
Even Van Dijk in the post-match interview was saying how Michael Oliver, who was the ref, did them dirty.
Oh, the scripts, bro.
The top comments on Twitter and on Reddit were like, that sounds familiar. You're telling me Michael Oliver affects matches and something should be done about this?
Hey, todo mejor. Quedaron a 42-42. We love it.
Yeah.
Que se dejen de cosas.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let's move on to La Liga, where there was action. There was movement. Not positioning-wise, but they got closer and closer. Your Barcelona made up some room. They won 4-1 over Sevilla.
Yeah.
They looked super strong. I was watching a good amount of this game. They looked good.
Barcelona?
They looked lethal.
Bro, I'm telling you, this team, they're only going to get better because of how young they are. They just have they have to keep the checks and balance, the budgets really good. Que no se quieran a llevar a Isaac, because Isaac is rumored now because he said he wants to go to Barcelona. Imagínate.
Pues, I mean, as a successor to Lewandowski, would that be nice?
That would be nice. And
Barcelona's not producing nines like that.
Give us a few years. Yeah, so basically...
Has Barcelona produced nines? ¿Quién será un delantero? Ferran, I think, is de la Masia.
Ferran Torres.
Or was he from City's Academy? I don't know, but... Pero
I see that jumps out. No.
Pues porque todos están muy chaparrones.
Yeah, back in the day, they had Samuel Eto'o, Zlatan, Henry.
That bald dude from Las Palmas, the striker, is from La Masia. Somebody in the comments let us know, but Romero Sanchez or something like that. But I saw he's from La Masia. But I think they're all too short.
Possibly. Yeah, but we're going to need a 9. So, yeah, this team is going to be really good, bro.
They were down a man. ¿Quién le dieron la
went down
roja?
a man.
¿Cazador? No, in the mid. Por una barridota
Oh, yeah.
así.
Una barrita. Imprudente to the max, bro. Casi
Ay,
se lo quería.
No le dio. All
Bruh.
ball.
Move on. Ley de la ventaja.
Hey, play. Let's go. Hey, no has pon balón a tierra.
Ya mero le quitaba el tobillo y se lo llevaba,
No.
He like almost sat on his
Era Fermín López.
the
After he had scored the goal already.
it was like a scissor kick to the ankles, bro.
Yeah. So they were up 2-1, 3-1 at that point. And parecía como que maybe se veía, vámonos, échale ganas, come back, and then instead se dejaron que le mataron otra vez. But no, for real, Fermín López went straight at the dude. He did go through the guy's legs, pero sí le agarró. And
It was just so awkward the way he slide tackled and got his ankle instead.
it was one of those, like, too much intensity, right? You got to take off. You got to catch your breath. Respira un poco antes de barrerte
Y
así,
luego para
man.
acabarla de fregar también salió Araujo injured.
Oh, for real.
Otra vez with an injury. Y entró el compita Cubarsi who just got his contract renewed.
Oh, he's getting paid.
No se va a ir a ningún lado.
He's getting paid real money now, not little Monopoly money or something. Así con Play-Doh.
Yes.
Rafinha scored a beautiful goal. Y hasta con 10 les valió. Eddie Garcia with the header coming on. I'm still baffled how that dude can play like in the mid now from being a center back.
Yeah. You said he got a header?
Yeah, it was a header.
He's short también el compita.
Pero entra con ganas. Es lo que importa.
But yeah, Barcelona was able to win. Vámonos, seguir sumando puntos.
With that, and with the result we'll talk about in a second, it brings them to only 2 points away from Real Madrid. Real Madrid only with 1 point lead over Atletico Madrid because they tied 1-1.
1-1.
A ver, explícame, no vi mucho este partido.
A ver, este partido, Madrid Derby.
Yeah, the first one was the penalty.
Yeah, in El Santiago Bernabeu. And the controversy was that they gave a cross, Atletico Madrid gave a cross, and one of the center backs, the Real Madrid, when the ball passed, he like stuck his foot out, and then he stepped on the Atletico Madrid's forward. But the ball had passed between them already. So los dos, they naturally stepped, right? Because they were reaching for the ball, stepped. Nomás que Real Madrid player stepped on
the
player.
And they honored the penalty.
And then, ese jugador Atlético Madrid se quedó en el piso por como 10 minutos. Una de esas que, quédate en el piso hasta que vayan a chequear el video.
Era Lino, el brasileño.
So then he eventually went to go check it, and it was like a super long check. And I mean, once you check it on VAR, you're most likely going to get the penalty.
Yeah.
They got the penalty. Ancelotti was livid, was mad, gave one of the mangadas, and then he went to go sat in the bench. And yeah, I mean, that was the 1-0 for Atletico Madrid to go ahead.
Yo, and that's one of the things, lo que dicen desde ahorita, ¿no? La escuela del colmillo. Right now that VAR is a thing, you might as well stay on the ground until they tell you if they're going to check it or not, right?
Yeah.
It's one of those things where, like, you know, the ball goes out of bounds, and if you go and you go grab it, the ref might give it to you, right? Because they're like, oh, pues le echó ganas.
Yeah.
He knows it's his ball.
Yeah.
The same thing. Si te golpean, way, and the ref didn't see it, ay, quédate. Because if not, they're not going to check because you're fine.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
But if you stay there, hey, ¿qué le pasó a ese güey?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, le pegaron y no vi. Oh, let me go check, right? Es una cosa.
Yeah, and to me, it was even as a Barcelona fan, I was like, bro, if they give this, it's kind of soft.
Yeah.
It's really soft because the ball was already like past the players. He wasn't even going to get there anyways. ¿Pa qué lo das?
That's the tough thing at times con todo eso.
Y los huevitos de Julián Álvarez because he chipped Courtois in that penalty.
Oh, he did a Panenka.
Ese araña boy, man.
Ese güey anda caliente right now, el güey. But we got an Mbappe goal.
Yeah.
Mbappe con su gol. And he's got his 16 goals on the season already. Goddamn, for a off season.
For an off season.
He's going to hit 20.
I mean, we'll see. He still easily can hit 20 or past that. Porque quedan unos cuantos juegos. Champions League.
Yeah, I mean, he's at 20. No, this is just in La Liga.
Oh, shit.
This is just in La Liga, and he still has 15 games to go in just La Liga.
Yeah. He's going to blow past that 20 mark.
20, 25, maybe over 25. Damn. Kudos to him, but that makes La Liga just that much more exciting. Let's go. All right, let's bring it to the most exciting league of them all, La Liga de Mexico, La Liga MX, where your America just keeps getting the softest of matches.
It's kind of what I wanted to talk about is America got Puebla. They won 2-1.
And this is I added a note to your note that all the strong teams that we got in Liga MX right now, but goddamn do we have some freaking soft ass teams.
Yeah.
Puebla, Juarez, everyone that America has played. Puebla, Juarez,
Santos,
Mazatlan, Santos looks like a USL level team. They're gonna join the new. They're in the north. They're close enough. They're joining USL. Damn.
Yeah. And that was kind of why I added that note saying that América lo miramos bien y todo. When I called them out against Santos saying pinche juegazo que traen, but now I'm kind of worried that Pueblita is not a terrible team per se, pero también le echa ganas.
Les dio pelea.
And now it's that back of your head saying, okay, maybe if we get a Tigres, we should get a Tigres now so we can really figure out if we're ready for Liguilla. Because if we start messing up, llega la Liguilla, we're not going to have time to fix those mistakes, right?
Yeah.
So I really want to see an América play at least a mid to top level team. Para decir, okay, this is what we need. This is the mistakes you guys made y a corregir and to get ready for Liguilla. You
guys get a Larca boys this weekend. You guys play Necaxa, which is not bad.
Usually we struggle
against a little bit better.
So we'll see how they do.
A little bit tougher, especially after a midweek match, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, it had to be Marin, ex-Chivas, to score against America.
He couldn't do it with Chivas.
And he couldn't do it with Chivas. And now all of a sudden does it off the bench.
Wacho's there too that I totally forgot about from your Chivas, now in Puebla.
Who would have thought that they'd be over there? I would have thought that exactly. Chivas get a win over the weekend against Tijuana. Ganaron 2-1 las Super Chivas. They were up 2-0 and they were looking pretty good. But Tijuana también. We thought they were strong because of how they finished last season. We thought they'd get even stronger because of Don Osorio. But no.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
In Casa, maybe, but no.
Yeah. Gilberto Mora playing a lot.
But he's off the bench. I mean, I would have thought they're not cooking.
At all.
Mételo más. There's compilations going around on Twitter of his play, like the amount of touches he got. Bruh, every ball that he got was dangerous. Every ball that he got, looking at him play, it's different than most other Liga MX players. This guy gets the ball, and he's got that thing stuck to the foot, and he's looking up and looking forward.
Yeah.
No, hombre.
Always wants to take at least one player.
Ves al Cata Domínguez, or ves a freaking one of these fools. No. Hazte para allá, balón.
Chueca y todo.
Oh my God! You see, some of these players from these mid-level teams, bro, they don't even want the ball.
Yeah, but you can tell that Gilberto Mora is that different player. I really do, especially against Chivas. I thought that he was proactive, pero a veces como que necesita ser more dangerous. Necesita terminar una jugada, ya sea de un shot, ya sea de un cross, ya sea de algo, pero que tenga some end product.
Yeah, I mean, pero también a veces to do that, you need a 1-2. You need somebody to wall pass with. You need somebody to pull a mark. Because the other thing, the analogy that I can bring to it, he looks like an extranjero out there. In that the extranjero entra like one of these fools de Uruguay or something, like a 30-year-old de Uruguay that's slower or something. A defender gets the ball and he goes and takes it from him, right? And then he's like, "Don't hazte para allá, I got it," right?
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like. It looked like Mora was in there, and the defender's like, "Hey, well, here you go.
Yeah,
win us the game, little kid," right?
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see that, but yeah, I think he just needs help around, because también he's not a 10.
Yeah.
He's building up play. Todavía he had 2 good opportunities. He took a free kick.
He hit one off the bar.
Oh, he did, huh?
Yeah, un pinche riflazo también from outside the 18. I think it was even with his left foot, and I was like, holy shit. Imagine if that would have been in, it would have ripped Twitter.
Yeah.
It would have been all over Twitter.
And I understand the procesos and stuff, but like the starter's not doing better than this kid. Yeah. So like, what's stopping you from bringing him in? Frank Boya from Belgium, center mid, that is kind of in his spot, estorbando.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But I mean, hopefully Tijuana does better because we'd like to see him in Liguilla. We'd like to see him in Europe to get that more exposure. Or if he really needs to, he can jump to a quote unquote better Liga MX team. But I mean, at the end of the day, we want to see him in Europe somewhere.
Yeah. Alan Pulido with his first goal with Chivas.
Yeah, you guys look better with an actual 9.
With him.
Yeah, with him, yeah.
He's just stronger. Like, se le ve más potencia.
Potencia, se le ve el liderazgo que no necesita estar gritando para ser un líder. El liderazgo de decir, yo la quiero aquí, de saber dónde ponerse como un 9.
He covers more ground because he is lighter on his feet. He's stronger with his movements, more intentional.
Yep.
I think if you see like a Chicharito, he's heavier legged. He's just older. Don Wilken and Hormiga, they still need that experience to know, like, okay, I don't have to make that run over here. I could be a little bit more over here, and then I get closer to where the ball is going to be.
El timing.
And Pulido como que trae el timing y tiene las fuerzas todavía to be able to do it. So it looked good.
Yes.
He didn't get to play against Cibao during the week, so we can't really compare it against a shittier team they probably would have scored 10 goals on. But not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad, but we'll see how they do against tougher opponents también. León versus Toluca, probably the match of the week. 3-3.
3-3. Ese sí fue un juegazo.
Yeah, James looking good. Alexis Vega looking good.
Yeah.
What takeaways do you got?
Mainly that Colombia's ripping, saying I stay up until like 2-3 in the morning to watch James play because they brought him back to life.
Colombian fans?
Colombian fans.
Ay, wey.
Colombian fans are going to the stadium. They're staying up to watch him on TV.
There's a bunch of Colombians in Guanajuato.
Tuning on. Nomás dicen, por todo social media, dicen que León is their team. Que gracias a México, we've always loved you, but now even more because James seems so happy out there.
Happy and regaining level. I think we all knew he'd be kind of happy in Mexico. Pues hay chelas, no? Hay party.
Yeah.
But like to him falling in love with the league and him wanting to do better and win the games for like how excited he was when they were beating Chivas on the bench. He's like, wait, right? Like I don't think that's what a lot of people expected. And I have seen like all those the videos of the corners, hell of fucking people so excited to see James, which is awesome.
Yeah. It's awesome. And I think not only that, like the fans, but also like internally, right? You have your coaching staffs, and then you also have like the ownership group. Okay, that's your initial contact before the rest, right? So él viniendo aquí, teniendo la confianza, a lo mejor habló con Andrés Guardado, and the one thing that I wanna, or the first thing that I think of when all of this is going on is thinking of Grupo Pachuca and the owner, how they've always seemed so genuine on TV that I'm sure like if that was his first contact, I'm pretty sure they made a great impression for him to want to come over here and experience everything else.
Yeah.
So it says a lot about that ownership group, and hopefully they bring like more players because I know they're doing great with Pachuca and how they treat the kids and helping them grow. It's like we need more ownership groups like that.
Yeah. I mean, one can definitely say it's all because of the Club World Cup. And who knows cuando no le toque Club World Cup, like no le va a tocar buenos jugadores.
Yeah.
But who knows, maybe Liga MX is shifting that way with the Sergio Ramos is coming and now with James and like a ver quién más.
Yeah, and that's one of the notes that I also had. It's like, you're having Toluca's stacking up. You're having Toluca just brought in that goalkeeper.
The backup from Girona. And he had a terrible play.
Ass game que dejó una... Parecía de UPSL, güey. Parecía de las que yo hago. Te bota el balón y te brinca y te metieron el gol. But yeah, I mean, even him, like coming from Girona as a backup when Girona was like in Champions League and like first or second for so long in Spain a couple of years ago. It's like they're bringing big names. Liga MX.
Yeah. He's on loan from Girona, but I think in past seasons he had gotten some good minutes, which is pretty sick.
Yeah.
I mean, kudos. Que vengan más así. Your boy Alexis Vega, Nalgas de Oro, with a good level, 2 goals and 4 assists on the season. Now, tell me this, Cesar. Do you think Alexis Vega deserves to start with La Selección de Mexico at this level?
No.
He started against Honduras.
Yeah.
On Honduras, the miraculous 4-0 comeback.
But he would play left wing, right?
He could play left wing, te juega de 9, te juega de 10.
Ahorita anda un cabrón de pelo chinos en Anderlecht y anda otro allá por el desierto en Saudi Arabia que anda...
No, the winger positions are strong, and they weren't there for those matches. Julian Quiñones was not there. Yeah. I mean, I think Javier Aguirre has a tough job cut out for him. I think Mexico is actually cooking, getting a good starting 11.
Yeah.
Like Pedacera here and here and here, especially attacking, which is kind of weird. Like, we've never had this many good attacking players recently.
Yeah. But I think I don't know. This might be my take, pero diciendo que the World Cup is coming to Mexico. I mean, you'd want to be in that roster, wouldn't you?
Of course. I mean, Alexis Vega, I think, will be in the roster. I think that for sure, right? Javier Aguirre, I think, likes him and puts him in. That's why he puts him in so much. I don't think it should be over Chino Huerta. I don't think it should be over Julian Quiñones. I would love if he played more centrally, but he doesn't get those minutes at Toluca. I would love for him to play more centrally and just to get rid of Orbelín Pineda, as him always being the starter when the best team is there. But I don't see him starting over those.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard. Mainly because everybody's going to want to be a starter or in the roster y todos están echando ganas. And the main thing for him is that it sucks que hay unos buenos en Europa o hay buenos jugadores en el extranjero que now are claiming that spot. So he has to cook with Toluca porque nomás es todo lo que le queda, pero era para que se fuera a Europa.
He should have gone and he'd be fighting for it, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't want to go and risk not being the best player out there. A lot of people have been asking for Marcel Ruiz also to get a call-up.
Yeah, he was also cooking that game.
He was cooking that game, and against a good opponent. That's great and all. I had a hot take on Twitter where I was like, hey, my guy, pero pues también a lot of players your age are risking it and going to Europe on loan. The dudes from Monterrey, Huesca is getting out there, right? Different positions, but, I mean, what's up? Ball's in your court. Yeah. If you go to Europe, guess what? You're probably taking a step above, like an Eric Lira, above other center mids, and make your own luck.
Yeah.
All right, folks. So that's our Liga MX rant. We also had CONCACAF Champions League. Let's just go over briefly because pues es una mamada, no? Crazy domination on the behalf of Liga MX over the rest of the leagues. We don't have any MLS yet in here because of the preseason. I think I don't know if they give them a little help there, but 5-0 aggregate de Monterrey over Force, no, the team de Canada. No manches, pobrecitos. Even in the cold, les metieron una madriza. Which before, remember, Mexico teams used to hella struggle.
Yeah,
it gets kind of cold in Monterrey.
Pero this is like the Canadian Premiership, I think it's called.
Yeah, so, which is first tier, first division, but it's not the same.
It's not like Montreal Impact, right?
No. Yeah. They always lose the Canadian championships to the MLS teams who have to like double and play. You put it on. Sorry, Canadian fans. Cruz Azul won 7-0 versus Real Hope, who they gave no hope, no chance at all.
¿De dónde son esos compitas?
I think from Dominican Republic también. Or Cuba, no me acuerdo. But yeah, did you see Rivero's huge fail?
Sí, güey.
Bro, that was, they say it a lot. That was harder to miss than to make it.
Literally, because he was like 3 feet.
It was like there, and he kicked it that way, but it went that way.
Yeah. No sé cómo le hizo.
No, it's kind of a skill.
Yeah.
It's kind of impressive.
That shit was wild. It was all over Twitter también esa. I was like, híjole.
They should have put Martinoli's like voiceover on it. No way. That was kind of rough. The one that was kind of close, I mean, a couple of them were. Tigres was close until they went to El Volcán. But Chivas won 4-1 in the aggregate, 3-0 in Guadalajara. But it was 1-1 in
The Dominican
in
Republic.
Cibao, or in the Dominican Republic versus Cibao. And Chicharito finally got his goal.
Finally got his goal, man.
Vaya. 312 days. Not business days. No.
312 days de qué?
312 days since his last goal with
Hijo,
Chivas.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Yeah, and he had scored one with Chivas, and he hasn't scored since then until now.
So that was almost a year. That was like, what, 10 months?
Like 2 months, under a year, yeah.
Jesus Christ. That's not even funny, bro.
And he almost, like, I was so scared he was going to miss it. Do you watch the play?
Yeah.
Yael Padilla.
Dude, cooked, bro.
Cooked. It doesn't matter that the guy that he went up against is a plomero
Sí.
on the side. Like, no, hombre. Con todo respeto, my guy. But no, what a ball que le dieron. What a way to trap it, put it forward, beat his man with strength, and get in. That's a grown-ass man, and you're a kid, and you did that. Y pa ponérsela así rapidito, vámonos, before even thinking about it. But le llegó botando a Chicharito, and I was like, oh, hijo de su madre.
Cuando llegó, I was like, estas son las que fallas, cabrón. Estas meras son las que te gusta fallar.
I knew Cesar was in the chat ready to be like, me la pelas, Chicharito.
Dude, I swear, bro. I was like, bro, this was missed easily. Y ya mero.
No, ya merito, he stepped on it almost. Como que le dio así como que, yeah.
Sí, dude. Es que, güey, viene todo.
The thing, lo que nunca se le olvida a Chicharito, though, is how to put it in with like whatever he has to.
Yeah.
Y ahí, pues, hasta con los taquetes le dio.
Dude, it's such a trademark for him to meterla como se pueda.
Oh, fuck. I was so fucking nervous.
Y también fallarla.
If I was that nervous, imagine him.
Sí, güey.
Because he has a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
The highest paid player on Chivas.
Te llegó Alan Pulido.
No, that's a big thing, right? You had a note on it if you want to go into it.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest note was Desiree Monsiavis, ex-Rayadas player who was talking on Fútbol Picante saying that she had a similar moment where...
Similar moment in that Chicharito seemed to have felt some type of way that Ana Pulido got brought, right?
Yes.
So a couple weeks ago or months ago now when he was rumored, apparently Chicharito wasn't loving it because there's only so many places on a depth chart of players and the math wasn't mathing. Like,
yeah, and she was the same. She was upset. She was saying that el ego te traiciona, kind of like that ego kind of plays tricks on you because you're the 9. You're the one that's always been there, that you're the historic player.
You're a legend.
You're a legend. How can you do this to me, bringing somebody else? And she was saying that she really needed somebody to be there telling her, hey, wait, like, calm down. Like, this is part of the game. This is normal competition. This will only make you better. And she was just hoping that Chicharito was having the same help at Chivas and that now this happened on Monday. So she was just basically saying that, hopefully he's getting the help because it can be really tough on a player.
Yeah. The Chivas insider was saying that that's pretty much squashed now internally, that maybe, what 9 is going to be happy that you bring another 9?
It's the same thing
right?
with goalies, right? There's only one position.
Yeah, imagine,
And
bro,
it's
UPSL,
like,
you're there, and then they're like, hey,
traímos
we
uno.
got some ex-MLS keeper. You're like,
¿Por qué me lo trajeron, cabrones?
Si aquí estoy.
Que díganme o me voy.
No, for real.
Yeah, it's tough. It's a competition like that when there's only 1 9 that usually plays there, one goalie. It's rough.
Yeah, and hopefully Chicharito does have the help because I don't know if he is as loved as we would like to think in the locker room with him being kind of an older legend versus everyone else being super young.
Yeah.
But hopefully they did get him that help because I think, what you got to go to him and be like, hey, does it make the team better to bring Pulido? Yeah. Well, then that's why they brought him.
Yeah.
Right? We're not scoring endless amount of goals right now como para decir that we don't need help.
Yeah, and it's kind of those. You may want to compete, but it's also maybe it's a reality check for Chicharito saying, "Yo, like a lo mejor ya es tu tiempo." Like no tanto. It's just like time no perdona, el tiempo no perdona.
No.
So it's just like ¿qué se va a hacer?
Sí, el tiempo no perdona, como dice el gran Juan Gabriel. All right, folks. The last match that we want to go into, unofficial. Your America, Cesar, they lost against LAFC 2-1. Now, do you think we can draw any conclusions from this? What does this mean?
I mean, you can.
A preseason LAFC who did not win the championship in MLS versus the tricampeón de la Liga de México to América. Y les dieron en la Mausers.
Íbamos 2-0.
Iban 2-0.
Perdiendo.
Yeah.
Y luego una jugada aquí de estas buenas.
Machucada también entró el gol.
Nos gusta hacer.
Well, like I wired in.
Yeah. I mean, we lost if there is any conclusions, it's like, okay, podemos ser tricampeones, pero no eres invincible, ¿verdad?
Pues sí.
But ultimately, just take it with a grain of salt and just move on. It kind of goes with along what I was saying. It's America needs a couple more of these reality checks para que sigan trabajando bien y no bajen la guardia y entren a la liguilla con todo y entren a Leagues Cup con todo y CONCACAF Champions League that we're going to have your Chivas. So it's a busy schedule for us.
Yeah. I think this says more about LAFC than it does about America.
Yeah.
I think this says, wow, LAFC not bad for preseason form, and you guys are looking good for the season. Ay chingale, right? Versus America, like a midweek game after the weekend. They put in some kids. They had Cota starting.
Yeah.
Did you see the one that the super wonder kid de la America missed, Ramirez, that Lloris had a double save on?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they did one of those plays que te gustan down the line, right? And they has into some runner and then the fucking negative ball in. Ramirez gets similar play like in the goal, but he hits it and Lloris gets down, blocks it. Y le rebota otra vez, but like acá, and he goes and he tries to squeeze it. Lloris otra vez, vámonos, cabrón, dámela. And he eats that thing up.
Yeah.
Lloris showing the world-class quality.
Yeah, he's still top quality. And yeah, I mean, like you said, LAFC a lo mejor se preparó más bien porque ellos venían frescos. But I mean, ultimately, it sets both of them up to a good place where they can be like, okay, now we can move forward. Así con todo.
Yo, that dude Ordaz was talking smack with your boy Chicote.
¿Quién es ese güey?
He scored against you guys. Fue el que metió el 2-0. I think he was celebrating a little too much around Chicote y no le gustó.
21-year-old Mexican Salvadorian.
He's on the Salvadorian national team. But yeah, he scored off of a Giroud dummy.
Uh-huh.
And then after the match, I think he was celebrating a little bit too loud. Y no le gustó a tu compita.
5'11", eh?
5'11", short king.
Ahora.
All right, you got games or what? All right, games to watch. Cesar, let's go.
We get the Premier League back this week, and we got Manchester City against mi poderosísimo Newcastle. Newcastle got a win against Arsenal, so vienen con todo, vienen bien happy. Yendo ahora contra City, que anda dolido after that Real Madrid loss. Both of them in that 4th and 5th position, trying to keep up with the top 3. Looking for Champions League next season.
Let's go. I got you on one on the Premier League as well. I got Tottenham versus Manchester United. I got 13th versus 14th place in the Premier League. Who would have thought they'd be here now? They're both of them not doing too great, but something's got to give here.
We're going to take it to Spain, to La Liga. We got the, ¿cómo se llama? We got the Anthony Watch. We got Real Betis against Real Sociedad. Both of them had mid-game weeks in the Europa League, but we're going to see if Anthony can keep going, keep this streak of scoring goals and letting us know that maybe it was just Manchester United, bro.
Let's go. It always is. Same in La Liga. I got Barcelona versus Rayo Vallecano. Barcelona is 2 points from Real Madrid, but they face Rayo Vallecano, who is undefeated in 2025 in league. So not going to be an easy task for them.
We're going to take it to Liga MX. We got America against the Larca Boys. A bit tougher game for America. Larca Boys have been doing well, and historically, Necaxa does well against America. But we'll see if America can pick it up against Necaxa after losing to LAFC midweek.
Eso mero. I also got a Liga MX one. Look at us. Cruz Azul versus Tigres. Cruz Azul has 3 wins in a row, but they've been kind of ugly wins under Vicente Sanchez as their interim coach, unofficial interim coach. They haven't even listed him as anything. He's just a friend, you know. You know,
Con
she's
la
nothing.
rienda,
No, she's
sí.
nothing. No, no.
Pero tiene tu
Es mi
hijita.
amiga, pero she knows. So we'll see if Vicente Sanchez can make this team great like they were previously under Martin Anselmi. All right, Cesar, bring us on home. Let's get it. Vámonos.
Yeah, thank you guys, as always, for tuning in and watching us on YouTube, on any streaming platforms that you hear us on. Make sure to follow us and stay tuned because we might have some events coming this weekend. Maybe, maybe not, but you have to check us out on social media to stay updated. And as always, we'll catch you guys next time.
See you soon, folks. Peace.